Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Fringe reaction, and also welcome to 2023. I wasn't able to do any recordings over Christmas and New Year. I wanted to, but I lost my glasses. I didn't have a great end to the year because my Fringe reactions have started getting blocked again on YouTube, and it doesn't really matter how I edit it, it just gets blocked again. And the copyright holders are they're not releasing it, they're upholding the claim. So yeah, Fringe is no longer going to be available on YouTube from this point forward. Well, from episode 7, and I don't know what to do about it, because obviously Fringe is still going to continue on Patreon for the time being at least, but it put me in a bit of a tizzy, and it's really reaffirmed my my decision to do some more casual, non-copyrighted, personal stuff. I put it in the update just before Christmas. Anyway, this is Fringe. Last episode was Snakehead, and it was weird. The one before it, though, August, that really opened up the story, didn't it? Because it's... I didn't really know where to put the Observer within the everything else that's going on. The up and coming war, apparently. But now we find that there's more than one observer. There's a whole group of observers. Whose side are they on? Are they on our side? Are they on the other side? Is there a third side? How many sides to this circle are there? And yeah, one of them died or something. I can't remember. It's all a bit of a blur to me, but it did open up what the hell is going on in Fringe. What is this background story developing? Whose side is who on? Why is William Bell on the other side? Is he a spy? Is he spying on them, or is he defected to them? Is he responsible for everything that's coming across to our world? And how deep does Massive Dynamic go in all this? We know they're responsible for the Tylers, and they have a lot of knowledge about the pattern and about that, and about Olivia's latent psychic skills, where the German was trying to test her. What of that? There was more tests, wasn't there? And exactly what and how much did William Bell and Walter do back in the 70s and 60s? What other experiments did they do that we don't know about yet? None of these characters are who they seem to be, I think. I mean, Walter especially, and I've mentioned this before, and I'll come back to it again briefly, but Walter seems to be this lovable old man that's a little bit forgetful, a little bit odd, a little bit strange, but in a fun, sort of quite entertaining way. But the things he's done in his past, the experiments, he's dark, he's almost sociopathic in the fact that he doesn't really care who gets hurt along the way, as long as he gets to do the research that he wants to do. There's more to Walter than the fun-loving, sort of weird hippie guy. And also Peter. What's he responsible for? All those little deals that he's been doing in the Middle East and in Africa. What's he been selling? Weapons? Information? What potential damage has he done in his past? Olivia seems to be the only true one. Even Broyles, someone's adjusted my seat. Even Broyles has a past that we don't know about yet. And don't even get me started on Nina. Nina's quite honest with herself because she doesn't even pretend to be this nice, lovable character. Yeah, I'm still a little bit in the dark here, aren't I? I think it's best that I continue with Grey Matters. I wonder what this is going to be about. I'm done. The last episode, Snakehead, didn't seem to fit in with anything else. The parasitic worms. I really kind of wish I'd started making notes earlier. So it's too late now. At some point, I will gather all my thoughts into one video and really actually, it could be an intro, it could be a special, because I'm missing. I've forgotten things and I'm missing things and I'm not seeing the whole story. I'm not seeing the board clearly at the moment. There's things I haven't taken into consideration. Either because I forgot or I've forgotten the details or whatever, but yeah, I'm going to bumble along for another couple of episodes and then I'm really going to have to really start putting all this together in one place and write it all down. 1, 2, 3, go.
In a red dress, flowers in her hair.
What kind of flowers?
I'm not sure.
Think, Mr. Slater. He will come.
Oh, have they taken half his skull away or something?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, they have.
Now hold very still. I assure you there will be no pain.
What the hell is that? That doesn't look natural.
Hold on. Yeah.
We've got activity.
Code Gray, Corner B.
Oh well, they weren't particularly dangerous until that
2
moment.
minutes, maybe 3.
Oh, they've left him half open up. Is he practically...
Mr. Slater?
I don't think he's... Oh my god. Okay then. Why wasn't he reacting during the rest of the operation then? He looked a bit zombified there at the end.
Joseph Slater has been a patient here for the last 14 years. When he was admitted, he was diagnosed with acute paranoid schizophrenia.
His file said that he suffered from delusions and false memories, a severe emotional...
Right, that's why they were experimenting on him.
He exhibited each one.
Until last night.
That's right. And within an hour after discovering what had been done to Mr. Slater, the change in his behavior is nothing short of remarkable.
So basically, 2 guys broke in, cut a big hole in his head, and did what? Drove him insane?
As unlikely as it sounds, yes.
The girl in the red dress.
Good.
Chrysanthemums in her hair. Her mother grows them in a box on the windowsill.
And where does this little girl live?
Across the street.
No, Joseph, she doesn't.
What did you do with her? What did you do? What did you do with her? You give her back. Give her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back.
Okay, so yeah, quite delusional, possibly.
My first clear memory of last night was turning from my window, and Miss Holbrook was standing there, one of the nurses. She was scared, and they raced me to the medical ward. But what struck me was that I felt unburdened. Like my mind had had a spring cleaning, like I was suddenly...
Free, yes. They meant him no harm. They knew what they were doing.
play that bit back?
What?
Freeze it right there. I know that face. Can I use this? From Laston Henning's Cryonics.
What? Who?
Referring to the theft of the frozen head?
Ah, yes,
William
yes.
Bell told me.
You're really trying to tell us that he is one of the heads that they stole? Fine, let's say for a second that you're right. Frozen heads don't just get up and walk into places. I mean, the dead don't rise out of their graves and perform midnight brain surgery.
No, I know they don't. But this one did. Thomas.
That is him, isn't it?
Newton.
Good job Olivia's got a brilliant memory.
The man with that marking would try to open a corridor from our universe to the other side. I managed to infer that the results would be less than desirable.
Exactly how much less desirable?
Global destruction. Biblical proportions.
Yeah, that's quite undesirable.
Mr. Slater's medical history before his admission to Hennington.
Sure. Why? What are you looking for?
Not sure. Something that would induce the delusional thinking.
Something.
Something or someone.
You mean you think that someone made him crazy on purpose?
Theory.
I think that's exactly what he's saying.
According to this, 14 years ago, Dr. Paris set up an indefinite prescription of medications for Mr. Slater. No termination date. Oh, this is interesting. In the same week, he wrote the same prescription for 2 other patients.
In the same week.
It says here that you suffered from a severe form of obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Yeah, arithmomania, they call it.
You're obsessed with numbers.
Excuse me.
What are you looking for?
It's here. Fresh scar, but there are no sutures. It's more like the burn from a surgical laser.
The arithmomania just started one day.
There we go. Okay, so they've been implanting things into people's brains that gives them psychotic episodes, and then they're removing them again.
These people we're up against? How can I fight what I can't understand?
But she does
I
understand.
know you think you're alone in this.
She's seen this before. It's human experimentation. Yeah, okay. I've got more information than she has.
But you see this slight discoloration here? Normally that would be interpreted as machine error, but this is not a machine error. This is foreign tissue.
That's why they were all on anti-rejection drugs.
So the surgeries that Newton performed...
He was removing transplanted brain tissue.
Explains the patient's madness. Putting the tissue of one person into the brain of another is... It's like putting a motorcycle engine into a car. It's simply incompatible.
Of course, because the host mind would have no way to process the new information. Thus the mental distress, the false memories, delusions. But as soon as you remove the foreign tissue... then
It goes away.
Correct.
Why cut out someone's brain and store it inside other people? And whose brain is it?
It's a good question, of course.
According to their records, Dr. Paris visited you on 6 separate occasions.
And he doesn't remember. And that would explain why he's the way he is. Right, they're coming for you, Walter. But then they'll remove it, and then he'll turn into the person he was.
From what I know of your father, going crazy made him a better person.
Yes.
Certainly made him a better father.
That's debatable.
These incisions go all the way down into the gray matter.
I'm not following.
Walter didn't have brain tissue implanted. He had it removed.
Has to be.
This is the piece they put in Slater. Look. It's a perfect fit.
He must have removed pieces of Walter's brain, but why? And why preserve them?
Memory. The hippocampus, memory storage. Bell told you that Newton wants to open the door to the other side, right? Well, we already know that Walter's done that. He just can't remember how.
Ah, yes,
That
of
is why he
course.
can't remember. He literally had the memories removed.
No way.
I don't think memories work like that, do they?
Read them.
In theory, he shouldn't be able to, but in theory, he should still be a frozen head.
Hello, Dr. Bishop.
That's Newton.
dress. How did I miss this? The girl in the red dress, 2828 Sydney Green Street. Dr. Paris's patients, they all had obsessions. Slater was always ranting about the girl who lived across the street, the one that we thought never existed. She did exist. She lived across the street from me when I lived in Cambridge as a kid. Her name was Sydney. She lived at 2828 Green Street.
Now, Dr. Bishop, you do know where you are, don't you?
Of course I do. This is my home.
It's working.
Where's my wife? Where's my son? You drugged me.
Yes. Now, I have a question.
Oh, his face has all changed. It's all become angry and
built a door that lets you walk
nasty.
into the world.
How are things on your side?
Worse, I'm told. I know why you built it. The door. I know what you lost. Now, are you going to pretend that you're willing to lose him again?
So yeah, I was quite right that the Walter with his memory intact isn't a Walter that we're going to like. It doesn't even stop, he's just straight in.
I should have visited you, Walter. While you were in St. Clair's.
Oh, that's okay, Peter.
I'll be right outside.
So now we know that Peter's never going to get better. Walter's never going to get better. He's never going to remember what he's lost.
No antidepressants.
The electrodes are in place.
Good.
That's William Bell.
Hello, Walter. Are you comfortable?
What if we ever have to go back?
Don't worry. Your memory, I'll put it in a place that only I can find.
So it's William Bell that removed his memories. Okay, I think I know what that episode was trying to tell us. So Peter died. Walter created a door to the other side and kidnapped the Peter from that side to raise as his own son, to replace the son that had died. William Bell, in order to hide that information, took his memories and kept them somewhere safe, which had to be in somebody else's brain. But I think he knew that the other side would come looking for those memories, so I think William took other memories as well and implanted them into other people's brains as a kind of red herring, maybe, or just to confuse, because the other side didn't, when they did that thing to Walter, they didn't get the information that they needed, or at least I don't think they did. So where did William Bell hide the memories that they're all after, the memories of him creating the door? I think William Bell can only hide it in one place, can't he? And that's inside his own brain. Or inside one of their other test subjects, like Olivia. No, they would have checked Olivia's head for scarring. Inside Peter's brain? Peter doesn't seem to be suffering from any psychoses or anything like that as a result of... So, I think William Bell must have hidden it in his own brain. That's what I'm thinking. Other than that, I'm going to have to unpack this between now and the next episode, because there was a lot going on here. We've got the so-called leader of the other side, who now has a name, Newton, although I will forget that almost immediately. We know what they want, but why do they want it? They can already travel between worlds, or can they not? Are the doorways just one way? Like, they've come to our world through a doorway, but they can't get back unless they create another doorway, and physics works differently. Because the other side, they mentioned the blight that's killed off all the trees and grass, or at least has done in certain areas. I'm pretty sure we saw trees and grass when we saw that overhead shot of the other world at the end of the last season. But either way, it looks like life on the other side is quite bleak. So they have reason to want to live in our world, but I still don't know where this is going. Is it a war for land? Is it a war of occupation? Is that what we're facing here? It's nothing to do with technology, it's nothing to do with anything else, it's to do with land, and not fertile land, that the other side hasn't, or is rapidly running out of fertile land to support itself because of the blight, and that's why they're coming here and trying to take over here. Makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, when you go to war, especially a war of this magnitude, there has to be a really, really good survival reason for doing it. Okay, very interesting episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep well. Bye-bye.